Welcome to the driver's line. I'm Jordan, and this is the Mustang GT convertible. And it's a car that Greg has a history with. He's owned Mustangs before. Pretty soon, he's gonna be coming and meeting me here. He's taking the bus all the way from Greensboro, and I'm gonna swing back through and pick him up. And let's see if he can guess what car he's gonna be riding in. Oh, brother, what is he doing? Hey, Greg.
Hey, buddy.
You got off the bus okay?
Yeah, I got off the bus. What'd you bring? Sounds rumbly.
That's a vintage World War II tank.
Oh.
There's a step right in front of you there. Easy. There we go.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, pal.
All right. I bet you're never going to be able to guess what this is.
No.
Easy. There you go.
Ooh, convertible. I love convertibles.
Who said it's convertible? Could be a Landau top.
That's true.
There you go. All right.
So one thing I did discover, obviously, getting in is that it's convertible.
Yes, you have
So
discovered
you do
indeed.
have a convertible roof, and so I know it's at least a coupe
Yes, it is.
because it's not a Murano Cross Cabriolet, because it's not a V8. So definitely not a Murano Cross Cabriolet.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Greg. I know that
That would actually have been kind of
it's
fun.
one of your favorites.
Would have been kind of fun if you could have got one of those, or the Land Rover Evoque, right? Range Rover Evoque.
Yes. So you know me, I do like a good convertible. So I haven't fooled you in that this is
Automatic,
not an
obviously.
EV.
Definitely not an EV.
Do you want to know some stats about it, or are you still trying to guess, right?
I'll ask you a little bit. So obviously V8.
I don't know.
What's the horsepower?
Is it? Because it could be like tuned in audio.
Ooh. Sounds good.
Let me change the tuned in audio here. We'll make it sound really loud.
Oh, that's pretty loud.
See, I told you I had it on the lowest setting.
So they didn't have this really cheap feeling handle right here, like maybe even like, you know, RS5 Cabriolet. You know, like the old B 8.5. You know,
Yeah, I can see that.
Really loud V8.
The materials, they're kind of hit and miss in here. I
A
will
little
say
bit.
that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, then when you're trying to think of V8 convertibles, there's not a lot of them out there. So, I mean, not a lot out there. So the real challenge is going to be, oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for that. The real challenge is going to be trying to decide if this is a Camaro or a Mustang.
Oh, wow. That was impressive that you are so narrow in your range already.
Well, right. I mean, what other V8 convertibles are out there?
Well, you're just assuming it's a V8. I mean, you know, there's a lot of companies that pipe in audio. Who's to say I didn't download a file to pump it in?
I can tell the difference between a file and an actual engine. God almighty! Don't kill me blindfolded, sir. That would be an awkward thing to explain to the authorities.
Yes, that would be.
All right.
That's right. I know all the authorities around.
Oh, that was great.
And we're staying well within the speed limit.
Yeah, yes, totally within the speed limit.
This is plaid mode.
Oh, it's plaid. Oh, it's not locked out on this one? All right.
All right.
So let's. Okay, so we gotta figure out between.
Okay. Well, I will say
We're down to
it
two.
is pretty powerful.
Yeah. So how much horsepower?
It has 486 horsepower.
Okay.
All right. 418 pound-feet of torque, and
That's
it
a
is
lot.
a V8. You're right. You guessed it.
How
Can't
ma-
fool you.
How many liters of V8 do we have here?
I'm not going to release that information because you would guess which vehicle we're in right now. I will say it does have a 10-speed automatic.
Oh, well, they both have.
It is available as 6-speed manual. Unfortunately, this is the auto.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the shift's nice.
yeah, it does. Pretty smooth.
It's smooth. The transmission's smoother than you're driving, but
You stop it. I'm just trying to have fun with you. It's not often I get to ride with you blindfolded in the passenger seat.
All
right.
So what else would differentiate a Mustang and Camaro that I could ask? Let's see. Besides engine size.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Besides where it's made.
Now, this car is about 4,000 pounds.
So they're both about 4,000 pounds. All right, so what is the defining characteristic of the Camaro's interior?
Yes.
Those giant vents.
Yes, that's true.
And this one does not have them. There are no giant vents. So we are clearly in a Mustang GT convertible.
Yeah, you guessed it correctly.
All right, we're going to take this up a notch, though, because I want to show off here.
Okay.
We're going to do generation. Okay?
Yeah.
So what generation is this Mustang? I'm guessing it's not the S650. Right? It's not the newest one. Right?
No, it is.
It is? Is it really?
Yeah.
This is 650?
Yeah.
This is the brand new Mustang?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I thought it was the 550.
You can take your blindfold off now.
I guess that says something about Ford's interiors.
Gaze
Whoa.
upon the screen, huh? Yeah.
Wow.
But you did get some Mustang like right off the bat. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many V8 convertibles are there? Like,
Right. Yeah.
Let's really be honest. So, I mean, that's unfortunately you kind of pigeonholed yourself there. But wow, so I didn't.
I
thought it was the 550. I really did.
I was honestly genuinely hoping that I could start up in a quieter mode. Because like when you're, I know, but like so you're on race mode here, right? So,
Jesus.
but if it's quieter.
Yeah.
It's more distant, but
It's more distant. It still sounds like a V8 though.
what I'm also really impressed by in this is this top.
I should turn my seat heater on. Off.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah, sounds like my
Oh, probably when you're feeling around. It's like this top is really quiet when you open it.
Yeah, that usually helps.
Like it's mad quiet.
That's actually really quiet.
Right?
Yeah.
I also set the seat really high. Just
I know the seat is
try to
like,
fool you.
how do I get the seat down? I'm sitting like an old lady over here. Jeez.
so yeah, it's fun times.
No, it's nice. It's just,
Well guessed.
yeah, well guessed. So I officially found out that it's the Mustang. I was a little surprised. I thought it was the S550, the previous generation, not the 650, which is the current.
Yeah, I mean you guess pretty quickly based on the conditions. Convertible V8, you can tell it all. But I'm surprised you missed that last little bit. But you did go for a bonus. That was a bonus.
I did. I know that was a bonus. And these like plasticky door handles
Yeah.
are really what gave it away, though.
Oh, you mean these?
Yeah, these plasticky door handles. So Ford can do a lot better, and they just choose not to for some reason. They could give it a nice metal door handle, but
It's a
they
strange choice.
want to use plastic. So
Yeah.
why don't you tell me a little bit more about this Mustang?
Well, as you can hear, we are in the GT level Mustang, which means we have a 5-liter Coyote V8.
Hey, yo.
All right, 480 plus horsepower, which is insane to think about. That we're in a Mustang that
I know.
puts out that much horsepower.
My Mustang GT that I used to have made 215.
Yeah, I mean this. Wow.
Yeah.
And the specs on that, when you think of it, I mean, it's almost similar in terms of performance, straight line, to an M3 convertible.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it also costs as much as an older M3 convertible because I
Yeah.
pulled out the sticker on this car,
Yes.
and this one retails for $60,000.
Yeah, it's got a couple of options on it, but nothing really super crazy.
No, it's got the performance braking package
Yeah.
and the performance exhaust and like some interior dress-up package, right?
Right, yeah, it does, yeah. A couple of trim pieces here and there, but nothing wild. So I'm not sure 60 grand is kind of a big pill to swallow for a Mustang, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But, if you find one used on the market, it'd be a good buy.
Yeah, it would be. But I mean, who's gonna buy? I struggle to understand who's gonna buy this over like a CPO M3 or M4 convertible.
Someone who likes Mustangs.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You know, it definitely has some fun aspects to its personality.
So what do you think about the fun aspect of this 10-speed automatic transmission that was co-developed between General Motors and Ford?
Yeah, well, I don't know if fun is necessarily the word, but I will say I do think it plays well into the convertible's mindset of being a boulevard cruiser, that kind of thing. It definitely swaps gears relatively quickly and smoothly as you're driving through, but if you're trying to use this as a performance vehicle, I mean, coming straight off the line, it struggles a little bit to decide what you want to do, and I think part of that's also with the throttle mapping, right?
It is. It definitely doesn't feel like it wants to move with haste, which is surprising given it's a Mustang GT with a 5-liter, 400 plus 80 horsepower V8, and it doesn't seem like it's in a hurry, which is just a little surprising. And that could just be gearbox mapping, it could be throttle mapping, it could be a number of different things, but we've turned this thing up to track mode and everything, and it just doesn't. Yeah,
I mean, and even off the line, like torque, I mean, it's still got 420 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah.
That should be plenty to get you off the line fast. So I know the numbers are big, and really the 0-60 time is pretty quick too, in just over 4 seconds.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel that fast off the line.
Right.
And as you're driving it, you know it's putting down power, because first of all, you hear it. It doesn't give you a choice there. But I feel like part of it makes you feel like it's driving faster because the steering, I'll be honest, we could do better. I know that it's a pony car, so that's not really the point. But I guess that's kind of the fun about it, is it makes you feel like you're going faster because you're not 100% sure what's going on up front.
No, I mean, it doesn't give you that direct sensation that you got with hydraulic racks, but that's been a criticism of these electric racks ever since.
For sure.
Not everybody has really figured it out exactly just yet.
They haven't.
So I mean, that's a disappointment. And again, our car doesn't have the performance suspension, so you feel it kind of lean into turns here, and it doesn't really feel as planted as it could be.
Right. Well, I will say, going into turns, the turn in on the rack is good. I think it's pretty good considering the size of the car and what its intentions are. I would like just a little more feedback from this, but I mean, it could be worse. I could be driving a Challenger.
That's right. Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to embarrass itself in the twisties, but it's a little bit more of a handful than I'd want.
No, I mean, you summed it up perfectly. It's a boulevard cruiser.
Yeah.
That's what this car is. It's not meant to set track times. It's not meant to really carve corners with your loud exhaust that you can hit with one button.
Wake up the whole neighborhood.
Wake up the whole neighborhood, cruise down the boulevard, draw attention to yourself. That's what this car is perfect for.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this car is fun, ultimately. I mean, you're not taking this car to the track for track days, maybe for like charity laps.
Yeah.
But, it's just a fun personality behind it, and tapping into its heritage. Certain versions of the Mustangs are great track cars, but really, this is going to be your fun weekend car that you're going to take out when the weather's nice. Like today, take the top down and just have some fun, relax.
Absolutely.
It,
And it's perfect for that. That's really where this car shines.
Yeah. One place I would say it doesn't shine as well as some of these interior materials. It's, struggles there.
Lots of hard plastic.
Yeah.
And this is the latest version of the Mustang, so you'd think they would have improved it. It's also a car that costs $60,000, and you have hard plastic everywhere. You've got some nice stuff in here as well, but there's still way, way, way too much hard plastic.
I mean, we're saving money there. Like, we should be addressing a car that costs 60 grand. Like, normally I wouldn't complain too much about the interior materials in a pony car, but I mean, if you're going to charge $60,000 for it, there's ways of dressing it up. I mean, think about what the folks at GM do with the Corvette's interior, right? There's option packages that we can add up to that.
Okay, I've got the typical Ford door handle. I've got the Ford pull handle here on the door.
Right.
The dash feels like the cheap plastic, but like just one level up, so it's got like that tiny bit of squish.
Right.
This is hard plastic, you know.
And the concern with that is, like, over time, these cars are going to rattle and squeak, and then in a convertible, it just compounds that, right? So that's kind of long-term wise, it's going to be a little tough to swallow. What are your thoughts on the dash here?
You know, I'm not a fan of the giant screen.
Okay.
I do love the customization on it that you can do, because that's actually really, really nice. I love the gauges that you can switch between. You can go with the ones they've actually designed for this generation Mustang.
Right.
You can also put on like classic Fox body gauges, classic Cobra gauges, special gauges for the track, special sport gauges. It's well executed. I'm just still not on board with the giant screen aesthetic that a lot of automakers, and Ford's not alone on this.
Yes.
So you can't really blame them.
BMW is another one that does that, right? I was kind of hoping when
Cadillac now, I was on the Escalade, one all the way goes across.
That's true.
It's like 90-something inches.
Yeah. But I feel like, at least in the Cadillac, like, it's kind of inherent in, like, hey, we got to be, like, tech focused.
Right.
And that, like, this is a Mustang.
Exactly.
You know, like, I'm not necessarily paying attention.
Just give me 2 gauges and a go fast pedal, baby.
Exactly. All right, Greg, what did you think about the Mustang GT convertible?
I mean, it's a great car. Undeniably, it's still undeniably Mustang. It's undeniably Ford. That's kind of what gave it away to start with a little bit, was just it felt very much like a Ford. But I mean, that's kind of what Ford does, right? Their cars all definitely have a familial feel to them, and this one definitely keeps track with all of that too. You know, and you put it really, really well when we're in the car. I mean, it is a boulevard bruiser. This is not a sports car. This is not a corner carver. This is not a track car. With the 10-speed automatic and that 5-liter and the stock suspension, it's a perfect car just to go down the boulevard.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's really, like, surprisingly comfortable for what it is. I mean, I was expecting, honestly, the ride to be a lot rougher, for it to be making a lot more noise. So I have to say, I think that part of it surprised me. It sounds fantastic.
Oh, it does sound fantastic. I mean, the performance exhaust that's on this one just really gives you a lot of oral intensity.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, no, I'm not saying that this is necessarily a car that you'd want to take, like, through the back roads of the mountains. I feel like it might be a little bit of a handful in that type of situation. Maybe like a coupe might be better, because there's definite cowl shake when you're hitting those corners and potholes.
And chassis lean when you're going around the turn. Like, it doesn't instill a feeling of confidence like a traditional sports car does.
Right, but I would say it's not going to embarrass itself either. It has that nice middle road to it.
It does. And, you know, again, this is, you know, something that I think would be right at home taken to a beach. You know, cruising on a nice open stretch of highway to the beach.
Absolutely.
That is where this thing is going to shine.
No doubt.
You're not going to be, you know, carving up the Appalachian Mountains in this thing, because you're going to be getting a little frustrated because it just doesn't have the intensity of focus that you really want.
Yeah, the confidence isn't quite there on the corners.
It's not. But still a very fun car, very well done, lots of technology, comfortable interior, comfortable suspension. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's great that automakers like Ford are still investing in this segment when others have walked away from it. Chevy.
Exactly, but again, 60 grand for a V8 Mustang convertible is a tough pill to swallow.
This one is pretty pricey, so yeah, I'm not sure what we can do about that, but it's our world today. But yeah, so maybe use one. I don't know.
Good advice, as always, on the driver's line.
Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed our blindfold review of the Ford Mustang GT convertible.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on the driver's line.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.